What's up guys, Round Eyes here. Today I'm going to do a video. I had a comment in my last video about how to get loot in custom areas that you made on the editor or you found on the workshop. So today we're going to go over that here a little bit. First thing what you want to do is stop your server. If you have an area that you made in the editor, this first part won't apply to you. But basically what I need to do is I need to just get a custom area. I'm not going to make one for the video, so what we'll do is we'll go in the workshop and we'll find a custom area here. I don't have anything at my VMC, so let's look up VMC and see what we can find here. Bunch of custom areas, as you can see. Let's just try this one here. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to subscribe to the mod. You don't want to put this on your server if you're going to download one. So what you want to do is you want to subscribe and you want to go to wherever your Steam mods go, or you can go into your DZSA launcher if you're doing it that way. And what was this called? Mapping VMC. So we'll click on mods, look for Mapping VMC, which is right here. We'll open this up. Now you'll find your DZE. Now if you made something on editor, you will automatically have a DZE to install into your server. So let's do that first. We'll go ahead and get this onto our server. We'll go to MP missions, whatever map you're running. We're using Chernarus here, and we'll go to editor files. Now let's put this into our server. Just a quick drag and drop. Okay, so we got that in the server now. So let's go check it out and make sure it's there and everything, and then I'll show you how to get loot into it. Like I said, I don't fast forward my videos. I don't do any of that. Everything's done in real time, so you can see the actual process here. So we'll give the server a minute to load up. And then I will show you how to get loot in it. First, we'll just make sure it's there on the server before we do anything. So we'll just wait for the server to come up. Pretty slow going here, I guess, today. Make sure I started it. Okay. There we go. Now it's up. Let's just load in and make sure that our area is there. And we'll go from there. Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions that they want to see videos on how to do or need some help, feel free to comment below here and I'll try to make a video about it. Like I said, this video is something that somebody asked in my last video in the comments. I have made videos of how to use the editor and how to build a custom area, but it occurred to me that it never really showed how to get loot in said custom area once you've built it, so that's kind of what this video is going to do here for you. Pretty simple process, really. I'll just let this load up and we'll shoot over to VMC and make sure our buildings are there. Looks like we're about to load in. What we'll want to do is then stop your server. You want to navigate back to MP missions again. Whatever map you're using. Now in here you'll see a file called Init.c. You'll want to go in there. Now you'll need this line right here. I will include this line in the description of my video. But what you'll want to do is paste this line in right here. Okay. And then you want to delete these two brackets so that way it highlights. So now it'll be active. So we'll save that. And then we'll go over here to our storage folder. And if you have a folder in here called export, just delete it. I don't have one on here because I haven't scanned for loot in a while. But if you have an export folder right here, just delete it. Okay, so what we'll want to do, now that we have that line unchecked in our Init.c, we'll just start the server. Now what this is going to do is it's going to scan the whole map for any building or any possible places where loot can spawn. This will take a minute. You don't want to leave this setting on and have players on your server or playing on your server, because then it's constantly just scanning for places and it's not really producing loot. So yeah, we'll just give this a minute here, and what you'll want to do is just keep checking back at your storage folder to see if an export folder has created itself. So we'll just give this a minute here and let it do its thing. Right now it's currently scanning the whole map for every building that's there and available. Sometimes it takes just a minute, sometimes it takes a few minutes. I doubt it's there already, but I'll still check. And as you see, we have no export folder yet. So I usually just keep refreshing, and I'll wait a little bit and see if we find one. I'm kind of impatient, so I keep checking, but you're best off just to let it sit and do its thing. And also, if you run into any issues or anything like that, I'll have my Discord link below. It's for my actual server where I have players playing and whatnot, but you can join in and submit a ticket or something like that if you need some help. Try to refrain from sending me private messages. I don't really, I'm busy doing other things, so I usually don't reply to them right away. So just submit a ticket is the best way, or me or one of my admins can help you out. We're both pretty well rounded on the server side of it. Yeah, let's check again here. You're looking for storage. Now, as you can see, we got an export file now. But it looks like this is 0, so it hasn't fully finished making it. So we'll give it another second here. Now you can see it's 2 megs, so we got something in there. Now ultimately, this is going to be way more than what you had. See, now we got 12,279. Let's select all this. copy. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to go back here. You're going to want to stop your server. You'll go back to your MP missions. Chinoris. Now what you want to find here is map group posts. Okay, you want to go in there. Now you'll see this is like the same style of what the export created us. It's every building in the game, every place a piece of loot can spawn. And you see we only have 12,214. So that added almost another 100 places to spawn loot. So what you want to do is then just delete this out. Paste the one that it just created for you. So now we got 279. And we will save. Now before you start your server again, you want to go into your Init.c and you're going to want to turn this off. Because like I said, you don't want that running while your server is running and you're trying to play. Then we'll save. We will then start up our server. For the sake of the video, I'm actually going to wipe my server. That way, loot will spawn there quicker. Because if you don't, it'll take a little bit for loot to start spawning there once it goes through the cycle and everything. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe my server basically. Okay. We'll start the server back up. It's just a test server, so I have nothing important on there, so I'll wipe it all the time. Now, if you already have an existing server that you're playing on, you're probably not going to want to wipe. You're going to have to just add the map group hosts, and you're just going to have to wait. And after a restart or a little bit of time, the loot will start spawning there. It just might take a minute. You might get an item or two there right away, but it's going to take a little bit until it's fully spawning there. So now we'll wait for our server to come back up. It's going to take a minute. Still booting up. Alright, looks like it's coming back up now. Just go ahead and join and see if we got any loot there. I'll tell you, for as big as that place looked, it seems like it would be more than 100 places for loot, but a lot of it could have just been decorations too, and not a whole lot of actual loot spawn areas. Just depends on the area. There we go, we're loading in. Now, since I wiped the server, I will have to respawn in and everything again, so we won't be right back at VMC. We'll have to go there again. It's no big deal. Okay, just make a spawn. how you add loot to any custom area. Like I said, you want to just put that line in your Init.c, let the server do its thing, collect the map group hosts out of your export folder and put it in your map group hosts for your server, and that's how you get loot there. Like I said, any questions or you're having issues with it, feel free to join my Discord or just comment below. I'll usually answer back. If you're just setting up and looking for a gaming server, click the link in my description here and rent your server there and help me out with a couple pennies. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.